What is up, YouTube? This is Eli Beaverson Golf, and welcome to Tournament Recap episode number 6. Be sure, if you enjoyed this video, to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if for some reason you haven't already. So guys, let's get right into the video. So this is recapping my tournament at the boys state. This was held at Purdue University on the Kampen course. We played it right around 7,000 yards with a slope and rating of 74.0/141. This event was a 36-hole stroke play over 2 days, and then it was match play after that. So that's how this tournament's set up. Let's see how I got on in round 1. So round 1 did not go very well. To be fair, it didn't really go well for the field either. I fired an 83, but that's not totally indicative of what happened out there. I got off to a terrible start. In fact, I was 6 over through 4 holes, and I ended up shooting a 45 on the front 9. Came back strong, really gutted it out the back 9, shot a 38. So I was hoping that I had found something going into round 2. Because I really did play solidly for most of that back 9. I had 7 fairways, 6 greens, 32 putts, and I actually ended my day on 18 with a chip in for my one and only birdie of the round. So like I said, I was hoping that I could get that spark, continue with it into round 2, and it kind of happened. So round 2 was a really weird day. I was supposed to tee off at 8:30, and I was like tied for 66th or something. Basically, I was a shot out of making the cut going into the day, thinking I was going to need a pretty solid round to make it through. So I get to the golf course about 7:20, 7:30, day 2, and I'm doing my warm-up. I'm all warmed up, actually walking to the 10th tee, which is where I was going to be teeing off. Play was delayed because there was a storm coming in, and what happened was it stormed really hard. There was standing water all over the greens, all over the fairways. They ended up saying, okay, we're going to do a 1 p.m. shotgun start, but the crazy thing is they'd already started 2 groups off each tee box without playing lift clean in place. So therefore, the committee said that the rest of the field could not play lift clean in place. Nobody was allowed to play lift clean in place. There were puddles in the fairways. It was the craziest, most soaked golf course I've probably ever played golf on, especially when not under lift clean place. But all that aside, I played fairly well round 2. Take you through a little bit of my strokes gained stuff. Shot a 78. I lost just over half a stroke driving. I actually gained 3 strokes on my approach play, so that was much improved over round 1. But then I gave those few strokes back in my short game, had a couple silly, dumb chips and stuff, and my putting was mediocre for me. It's not terrible to lose 0.6 of a stroke. So I was standing on the final hole of the day. If you remember, I started on 18, meaning 17 would be my last hole of the day. It's a par 3. It was 158 into a breeze, water right up the right side, hugging the green. Pin was tucked front right. I'm thinking I probably need to make a birdie because I'm at 7 over. Thinking a par for a 79, that's probably not going to get me inside the cut line. So I took a 6-iron, played a little fade, absolutely pured it. It was one of the best golf shots I can remember hitting in a long time. And it was right at the flag from the start, all over it. Ended up about 3.5 feet past it, knocked that in for birdie. Had a stressful wait at the clubhouse. Like I said, top 64 exactly, make it to the match play. So there were 8 guys for 7 spots going into the match play. So we went to hole number 1. The first foursome went off, then I was in the second foursome of the 8 guys in this massive playoff, where only one of us would be eliminated. Hit a good drive. Adrenaline probably made it go a little further than normal. It was just into the rough, and I had a gap wedge in, committed nicely to it. For whatever reason, it started right, never came back. I still don't know why. It was great contact. The distance control was perfect. So it was right at the green in the rough. It was sitting down almost like a depressed out little hole where it was kind of bare around thick rough everywhere else. It was really tricky. I completely sculled that over the other side of the green. My next chip shot was from a really hard lie in the rough, grass growing in. I actually played a really nice shot to about 6.5, 7 feet there, and I knew I had to make this putt for a 5 to have any chance to continue on the playoff, and I just hit a dead push. Just totally choked with probably 25 people standing around. It was really disappointing, to be honest with you guys, but that's the way it goes. So obviously didn't make it to the match play. I missed the cut right on the number. I just had a bad hole at a bad time, simple as that. But I can be thankful and look back on my clutch shot that I hit at 17 and how I handled myself after the playoff. I tried to be as classy as possible to the other guys. And so I'll move on. Next tournament's going to be age group. I'm ready for revenge because it's also going to be at the Kampen course at Purdue. We'll be playing a couple of 100 yards shorter. I'm feeling really confident, ready to get out there and attack the golf course, hopefully get a W. Alright guys, if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. I'll see you next time.